male in that situation contributes greatly to the process also because you know, the nurturing from a mother is ideal, but also just that fatherly nurturing is adds to that completeness that Mr. King spoke about. Also, as far as certain kinds of discipline, in some instances it seems that young males react more favorably to the discipline of a male. And even though females are good in that regard, a male perspective enhances the discipline process that they're trying to put in place. So it's very important that they have exposure, if not through the home, through some other entity that can provide that like it used to in our African-American communities.
You know, about the last 9 minutes that we have left, let's look at some of the things that the two of you have been involved in, and to have you to sort of make a wish list, which is to say that both of you have been involved with young people, the mentoring process, and et cetera, for the longest. And if you had to make a wish list of some of the things that you feel that you need in order to be successful in doing what you're doing. See, both of you are making excellent efforts, but still you're touching such a small number of people who really have to be touched, you see. I think when you talk about these housing areas and et cetera, you're dealing with less than 1% of the population. Now, that's good, but still you need to touch more people. What can we do as a community, as a government, or whatever, to help deal with this and perhaps meet this need as it ought to be met?
I think one of the things is increasing the awareness among African-American males specifically of the importance of volunteering in especially our community-based organizations. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. You know, an hour a week in some instances can make a tremendous difference in the life of a young person. We need more African Americans to return to the community to bring the resources that they've gained after being boosted up by our community back to that community. Of course, the economic factor is a big one. We need more business opportunities in our communities so that we can provide employment opportunities for our youth, and they won't be so inclined to turn to the fast schemes of making money. And I think just generating those kind of opportunities and exposing our youth to a lot of the things that they normally don't get a chance to experience, like golf activities, tennis, business development programs, the importance of savings and checking accounts, and those kind of things, to give them more well-rounded kind of training in their development and at an early age.
And of course, these are some of the things that we feel, that you feel would help meet the problems that we face dealing with many of our young people.
Right. More activities and more opportunities to occupy their time.
And I think it's important that one of the things that you mentioned has no cost, no financial cost, and that is volunteerism.
That's right.
Let's speak to that, because I think both of you are with organizations that require volunteers. Let's talk about that, Mr. King. What are some of the availability, I mean, some of the needs that you have at Bethlehem Centers in terms of volunteers?
Well, we need volunteers in all areas. We have a hot lunch program where we feed something like 80 senior citizens a day. We need volunteer drivers for that. We need help as far as the cooking of the food that we feed these people, these senior citizens with. We have need for people to come in and help tutor our kids in our tutoring program. There's a lot of mailings and postage stamps to be licked and things to be typed, and we need volunteers to help make that run smooth.
Just a whole array of people, and any person who has any kind of skill or anything to offer.
Sure.
And more than anything, you need service, people who are willing to give self more than anything. Very good. Okay, we've got about a few more minutes here to talk about some of these areas that the two of you are involved in. But now, when you move from the sort of private level that the two of you are involved in, and you had to sort of take the programs that you're dealing with nationally